What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and your dreams isn't your lack of skill, talent, or opportunities, but your fear of failing? Imagine for a second what your life would look like if you didn't let that fear control you. What if instead of fearing failure, you welcomed it as part of your journey to greatness? Fear of failure. It's something we all experience, isn't it? That tightening feeling in your chest, the doubt creeping into your mind, the what-ifs swirling around. What if I'm not good enough? What if I mess up? What if I fail? These thoughts are powerful, and they hold so many of us back from chasing after our dreams. But here's the truth. Failure is not the enemy. Fear is. Think about it. Fear of failure is like a wall we build around ourselves. A wall that stops us from taking that risk, from making that leap, from pursuing what truly sets our soul on fire. But what we often forget is that failure is not a dead end. It's a stepping stone. Every failure, every setback, every no is just one step closer to the yes that matters. Look at the lives of those we admire most. People who changed the world. Do you think they never failed? Of course they did. But they didn't let the fear of failure stop them. Thomas Edison, the man who gave us the light bulb, failed over 1,000 times before he got it right. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team. Do you see the pattern? These are not stories of people who succeeded instantly. They are stories of people who refuse to let failure define them. Here's the secret. The more you fear failure, the more you are giving it power. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the process. You cannot grow, learn, or succeed without falling down a few times. The key is to see failure not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity. It's your greatest teacher. Now let me ask you something. When was the last time you stepped out of your comfort zone? When was the last time you dared to risk it all, knowing that failure might be on the other side? If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. You're playing it safe, staying in the shallow waters where it's comfortable. But comfort doesn't breed greatness. Greatness is found when you dive into the deep end, when you push through your fears, and when you embrace the possibility of failure because you know it will only make you stronger. So how do we overcome this fear of failure? First, change your mindset. Failure is not a reflection of your worth. It's feedback. It's showing you what didn't work, so you can find what does. It's a redirection, not a rejection. Embrace it as part of your growth journey, not something to be ashamed of. Second, take action, no matter how small. Fear of failure thrives in inaction. The more you hesitate, the bigger that fear grows. But when you take even the smallest step forward, you're telling your fear, "You don't control me." Each action chips away at that wall of fear. One step becomes two become four, and before you know it, that fear starts to lose its grip on you. Third, stop caring about what others think. Most of the time, our fear of failure isn't about failing itself. It's about how we think others will see us if we fail. But here's the truth. People are far more focused on their own fears and failures than on yours. So why waste your energy worrying about their opinions? The only opinion that matters is your own. And lastly, understand this. Failure is temporary. It's not a permanent state. Just because you fail today doesn't mean you'll fail tomorrow. Every day is a fresh opportunity to try again, to improve, to learn, to grow. The only real failure is giving up. Think of every great achievement in history. Every single one of them came after a series of failures. So the question isn't whether you'll fail or not, because you will. The question is, how will you respond? Will you let it break you, or will you let it build you? I'm here to tell you that you have greatness inside you. But to unleash it, you have to make peace with failure. You have to understand that failure is not the end, it's just the beginning. When you can look at failure and say, "I'm not afraid of you," you become unstoppable. So today, I challenge you, don't run from failure. Face it, embrace it, learn from it, and most importantly, rise above it. Because on the other side of your fear of failure is the success you've been dreaming of. Your journey begins today.